Hello, friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? Hope it's fantastic. Everything here is great. It's finally cold, and I'm loving it. This is my favorite time of year. I've been thinking. I thought a good bit about yesterday's topic. Yesterday, we talked about how we talked about is there a difference between natural talent and hard work? And are the people who are naturally talented and work hard the people that kind of bubble to the top that we recognize for that? And I've thought a lot about it because I think there's a different question there. I think that I didn't answer the question that was asked because, or I maybe formed a new question around that. I'm not sure. Yes, I think that the people that we know of as prodigies, the people who are, the Jaco Pastoriuses, and I'm a bass player, whatever, the Einsteins, the Jimi Hendrixes, the people who the person becomes something bigger than. Often, I believe the question was correct yesterday. Those people had some sort of talent that allowed them to put in the work to become the best. And maybe that talent was just persistence. Like maybe drive and persistence was the talent that they had, right? That other people lack to push through. But I think the more important question is, if you take the person out of the equation, doesn't matter at all. Because if okay, I'm gonna toot my own horn a little bit or talk a little about my personal experience. I have learned that I have a unique, or not unique, it's definitely not unique, but I have an ability that a lot of people don't have. And that is I'm a very spatially oriented person, and I can look at how something is made and know how to make it without really having to think about it. And I have learned that that's not everybody's experience. There are people who literally cannot do something without a step-by-step plan. And the real question that I have today is, does that matter? If you present me with a dresser, let's say I'm going to build a dresser. It's going to be a 4-drawer dresser. It's going to be of a certain size, certain shape, certain finish. Go. I'll just build a dresser. Take a person who can't do that and give them a set of plans for that dresser. And they can use that set of plans to build the dresser. At the end of the day, does it matter how that was achieved? If you take those two final products, here's these two dressers, does it really matter how we got there? I don't believe it does. That's I think is the heart of the question from yesterday. Is there are definitely people, especially people that we laud as celebrities, that are like, oh my gosh, this person is the best at their thing, or they're at the top of the thing. I think there are people from both camps. I think there are people who were born with natural talent and who developed that talent, and there are people who just worked and worked and worked and worked. And I think the funny thing is, if you asked either of them, how did you get here? They would both agree that they put in the work. Because I think that, again, going back to yesterday, I don't think there is, building furniture, there is no natural talent for building furniture. Like that's just not, it's not something baked into our DNA. We're not naturally inclined to build furniture. But somebody like myself, who is naturally inclined, who has good spatial orientation and understanding, I can build something in my brain and translate that into the real world. Some people can't do that, but they can work hard and achieve. And so I think that either person, though, if you ask me, if I built you a dresser, did I have to work hard? Yeah, very much. And it's not because it's not like with my innate spatial ability, I could magically build furniture. I still had to learn all of the techniques to build the furniture. I still had to learn how to cut wood. I still had to learn how to assemble. I still had to learn about joinery techniques and learn about finishing techniques. And I had to do it over and over and over and over again to get good at it. This person who doesn't have that ability but can take a set of plans and build the exact same thing, they had their own set of things they had to go through. So the real question in my head is, does it matter at all to the final product? If we're looking at the final product, is there a difference between kind of like a innate talent versus hard work in the final product? And I would say perhaps yes. Again, using myself as an example. If you take the person who is a very good process person, I give them a set of plans for a dresser and I say, build me this dresser. And then I use my innate abilities to build a dresser without the plans. I would bet you that the person who had the plans will build a better dresser. I bet you they will have better finishing technique. I bet you they will have more precision with their cuts. I bet you that if we got down to the details, their dresser would be better than mine. Why is that? Because I have used for a lot of my life my innate abilities as a crutch to say I don't need to do the work. I can get it to 90% without trying. So let's just do that. Let's just do the 80%. I can get it to 80% without trying. Let's not go farther. Because if I start pushing myself farther, the perfectionist in me kicks in and then it never gets done because I start going, well, this is messed up. I already screwed it up. Why would I continue? Let's just start over. And so I use that ability as a sort of a crutch to say I don't need to try hard. If I try hard, I'll fail, and that will hurt my ego, and suddenly I'm not doing anything, and I don't want that. So I don't know. I'm going to keep thinking about this. I think I'm not sure, but it was a good think on my walk today about is there a discernible difference between those two sides, or is there even two sides? Because again, I think if you asked anybody in any position of near the top of their field, did you get here because you were naturally talented or you worked hard, 100% of them would say they worked hard, because I think it's true. I think it's just what they had to work hard on is different. What a natural talented individual has to work on is a different skill set than what the person who has to programmatically approach the field has to approach with. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm making sense. I don't know if that matters either. You can tell me though in the comments, or you can call me and leave a voicemail or whatever. I don't know. Do whatever you want. Just reach out. Say hi. Ask questions. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's 1,000 and plus little things happy, successful people do differently. We are still learning 10 habits you must quit to be happy. Number 4. Quit trying to control the uncontrollable. Some forces are out of your control, but you can always control how you react. The best thing you can do is let go of what you can't control and invest your energy in the things you can, like your attitude. Oh boy. I don't want to... Yes. Do that, please. Learn how to let go of things you can't control. I don't think I would... Yeah, I can say that. I had to learn that skill to stay alive. And I mean that in a very real way. It's very important. It's a very important skill to learn.